Hey guys, welcome back. Big apologies for the delay in getting this Idaho-7 Brut IPA tasting video up. Just been really busy with work, didn't have much of a break over Christmas and New Year, so hopefully after the end of this month I can get back into a little bit of more regular brewing and uploading of videos. So yeah, Happy New Year to you all. I think this is definitely the first video for me for this year. Well, brewing wise anyway. So yeah, there it is, the Idaho-7 Brut IPA. It's cleared up fairly well. It's been in the keg for about 4 weeks now. Quite a lot of bubbles streaming up, but it's holding a nice little cap on the top. Fairly light colour, looks a little bit darker on the camera, but it's definitely lighter in real life. Unfortunately the sun's starting to set, so hopefully gives you a bit of an indication. So before we dive into the beer, we'll just taste it. We'll just quickly go over the recipe. So the bulk of the malt was Gladfield's Pilsner malt, so 87%, 10% Gladfield wheat malt, and then 3% acidulated malt. Hopped, of course, all the way through with Idaho-7. So I did a whirlpool, a hopstand, and then a dry hop. I'll put the recipe details in the video description below. And then it's fermented with US-05, and then when I pitched the yeast I also pitched some Glucoamylase, the dry enzymes. I got that from Mangrove Jacks. So the idea of that is to dry the beer right down, breaks down any of the longer chain sugars, so you end up with a really low final gravity. Which I did. So it started at 1050 and we got it all the way down to 1000. So that's given me an ABV of 6.6%, so quite high. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all for the beer. Yeah, kegged at, the pressure was left at 20 psi. So I did a little bit of reading on brut style beers, and they recommend that you have them at a higher pressure, at least 20, even sort of up to 25 psi, because you want them to be highly carbonated and sort of effervescent, sort of like you'd get with a dry brut style wine. So yeah, that's what I've done. So yeah, we'll get a bit of a nose on it. Cheers guys. So it smells nice and clean on the nose. There's really nothing in the way of malts because it's Pilsner and wheat. But it's got a nice clean, almost like a water cracker type malt aroma maybe coming off. But the main thing I'm getting is like a nice sort of delicate citrus aroma from the Idaho-7. I've never used them before, so I was really keen to give them a try. Almost lemon sherbet type aroma. That might be from the bubbles streaming up. So really looking forward to it. So let's dive in, guys. So first up, it's nice and clean, crisp and dry on the taste, which is what you'd want from a brut. Nice and effervescent, lots of bubbles sort of dancing around in your mouth from that higher keg pressure. And then I'm getting more of that sort of delicate citrus. I think Idaho-7's also, they describe it as zesty tangerine. Yeah, maybe more of a, I was going to say lemon, but maybe a touch of, like, I would say more of like a mandarin than a tangerine. I guess they're fairly similar. And some sort of like delicate sort of floral notes. But very, very, very happy first up with the beer, how it came out. Definitely benefited from having that extra time in the keg, sitting at that higher pressure. I haven't tried any for a couple of weeks, so we had some friends come over a couple of weeks ago, and they had a couple of glasses of this and they really enjoyed it. After the first glass they asked if they could have some more, so that's always a good sign, because I find I'm usually my own worst critic. Sometimes I think a beer tastes okay, but it's not until someone else tries it and gives you some feedback that you know that it is actually good. And the fact they wanted a second glass sort of was a good confirmation that they did enjoy the first one and they weren't just telling me it was nice. So that was good to hear. So even though it's fermented with USO5, like fermented like an ale, it's definitely got a lot of the qualities you'd get from a Pilsner, but just drier, basically. Very dangerous drinker because it's 6.6%, but it's so easy to drink. You could definitely knock a few of these back. Yeah, that's really good. That's probably the best. I'd say that's the best brut that I've made. So this is the third one now. I'm glad I went for the Pilsner. Just helps give it, like I say, that cleaner, crisper sort of taste. A little bit juicy as well. Almost getting like a juiciness from the hops. A little bit of almost oiliness coming through at the back end. So yeah, no, that is very, very, very happy with that. And we've had some stunning weather the last couple of weeks, so I will be tucking into a few more of these. So thanks for watching, guys. Have you got any questions about the beer or brut IPAs in general, just let me know. So just a couple of things to remember, or points I guess to take away, is it's going to finish low, so it's going to be quite dry. So factor that in when you're doing a recipe, because I've started at 1050, but I've ended up with a 6.6% beer. And the other thing is, yeah, when you're carving it up, definitely carb it on the higher end. The previous two bruts I did, they were sitting at like 12 psi, I think, in the keg, and yeah, that was definitely a bit of a rookie mistake on my part. So yeah, get them up to that at least 20 psi. Definitely use Pilsner malt over like an ale malt, and then yeah, just throw in your favorite hop, and I think you'll be very happy. So thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for sort of rambling towards the end. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll catch you in the next video. Over and out.